The Iowa Department of Agriculture merged with the Agricultural Development Authority, the Grain Warehouse Bureau, and the Soil Conservation Division. Well, today there are still 37 state agencies, but this governor, Kim Reynolds, thinks it's too many, and she said a consultant found that the state could save more than $200 million by merging these 37 down to 16.
The proof will be in the pudding. I think everybody's in favor of more efficient services. And so to the extent that that can happen with this, that can be a good thing.
Now you have some institutional knowledge here. Way back in the day.
Way back in the day when I saw some of this being discussed in the early 1980s, I didn't see it come to its fruition, but it's something that's always looked at. And I don't think people would be opposed to making sure that we're using the tax dollars we have effectively. So we'll see if the reorganization is the answer on that. I think we need to know more about it.
I'm curious what you would think if you were a department head right now.
Yeah, I would be wondering how does this impact me, right? Which I guess is the fundamental question that most Iowans ask themselves on all of this. So how does this impact me?
Yeah, because of that, does this make it a little funkier to try to game play out in the sense that if it's simply streamlining to preserve resources, whatever, make things more efficient, from a Republican viewpoint, that would seem to be a good thing, right? Well, but is it the details of what goes where or who's left without a chair? What makes this tough to get?
Well, I agree completely. I think you have to look at the details, and I know the governor's thought that through. She has a big number of direct reports, and as I understand it, it's much more than exists, and I think she alluded to this, than exists in other states. So, and I think absolutely there is you'd find folks of every political stripe, at least I think, that want to get the most out of their dollar that they send to government, and they want it to work as efficiently as possible. And if there's a better way to deliver government, whether it's at the top levels of state government in the administrative branch all the way down to the local level, we should absolutely be having conversations ongoing about how to better use those dollars for their end purpose, which it should be for the people of Iowa. And so, yes, let's have that conversation. I think that's exciting.
Two things with this. Somebody was explaining to me it may be more complicated than most of us realize, in the sense that you got to go through and clean up the code.
Yes.
Because all of these departments are going to have whatever their new and improved name will be. So that's a laborious process. The second thing is Senate confirmation with a super majority now in the Senate. That makes it a lot simpler, right?
Well, it sure would.
As much drama.
Yeah, you can do. They can largely. The governor can get any of our appointments through. So it will make a difference.
Simpler isn't always best. I mean, I think we want to make sure that there's scrutiny on those choices, and so will that happen? I think that's another question. But I can't help thinking that it's odd we're talking about the importance of streamlining these services, and at the same time, the biggest proposal by the governor is to basically set up a competitive education system for our public education, which is not exactly a streamlined use of taxpayer dollars.
Ahead in the Insider's Quick Six, how quick is quick for those education changes?